It's movie time with John DeSando and his friends online. So everything is gonna be just fine. From the top down to the bottom. He's gonna let you know if you should stay home or if you should go. Might even yell if it's a spectacle. From San Francisco to Long Island. 'Cause nothing's better than a motion video.
It's Movie Time is produced and hosted by John DeSando. Listen to shows and read reviews online at WCBE.org.
I'm John DeSando.
And I'm Wayne MaXXXine Miller.
And it's movie time.
It is, John.
You know, it's unusual that we're able to find a porn star who looks like Taylor Swift.
But actually, who I thought she reminded me of, there was one, a cross between Tippi Hedren, when she's kind of dolled up, a little bit like Tippi Hedren, but also one of my favorite character actresses that a lot of people remember from more for TV, like Orange is the New Black, and Poker Face, Natasha Leon or Lion, something like that. But anyhow, she has this rough look about her and a rather intriguing freckles and birthmark on her right temple that I found very, very interesting.
And I think terrific wigs.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. But anyway, she looks like an all-American girl. She definitely isn't.
Yes.
But her name is Mia Goth, and she's the actress. She's the star of MaXXXine that has brilliantly 3 X's in the MaXXXine. Very nicely done.
And I'm sure we might talk more about it during our podcast, Back Talk, but it's the third in a trilogy that this director, and the first one was X, and I remember seeing that, and I'd forgotten all about it until I saw this. This is a sequel to X that came out a few years back, and there's a middle one in this trilogy, Pearl, which was actually a prequel.
And this is Ty West is the director.
Yes.
And writer. And I know nothing about him. Now I do, having seen MaXXXine, which I think is a really powerful little film.
I thought, I did not know what to expect. And I thought, okay, but you know me, I'm a big one when it comes to like serial killers and movies about that, and not a supernatural type of thing. And so I liked that because of that. And I'm reading a book right now about still an elusive serial killer, they believe, that's killed prostitutes on the west side of Columbus. And
currently.
Going back to the past few
because we're
years.
talking.
And the book's called Killer Among Killers because of how they were all drug addicted and so the killers, of course, a number of them died from fentanyl and whatever.
Well, West has the film within a film motif going on here, and it's really about the early 80s, about those sleazy slasher movies.
Yes, in the mid-80s,
and he does a great job evoking that, as well as she does with the kind of trashy star.
A porn star who wants to go with Jeb, and and there's a number of fans of hers out there, asking for her autograph and complimenting her on her movie. But I tell you, this is one of the better, what they call scream queens out there, because she can be as tough as nails.
Yeah. I love when she pretty much knew that she had nailed the audition.
Yes.
And she's going by all the ladies waiting to audition.
Go home. I nailed. I effing nailed it. And whatever. It's kind of like obviously. And then what I remember, I went back and at least I want to see the whole movie, but I watched the trailers for both X that came out in 2021 or something like that, and then 2022. Or both were maybe 2022, it's prequel, Pearl. And so I watched the trailers, and I tell you, she does an excellent job in that. This is more of a sequel to X, because in X, She was just starting in the business, the porn business.
Well, she got out of, and I don't know if it was the Farmhouse Massacre.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, exactly. And she played two roles. She played this incredibly ugly, elderly crone that was really the villainess.
Yeah.
And so Pearl really was the young age.
That couple had slaughtered everybody but her.
Yeah, yeah. She, what they call, and it's funny.
That's a good, tell me what that is.
A final girl. There's a name for somebody like her,
Right.
or Jamie Lee Curtis, or Jenna Ortega, a number of
Usually
them.
one we like.
Yes, that is a final girl, and there's a number of, they're sometimes more supernatural.
In horror films, it's usually the better looking one.
Yeah, yeah.
And the smarter lip one.
Exactly. The smart girl of the bunch.
Well, and some people are going to pick up this as a feminist film, and it certainly is. She's putting up with all kinds of maternalism in this movie, including with Kevin Bacon. What a great little...
And this is one thing I really liked about what West had done with this, that he uses, there are some great character actors, like Kevin Bacon, like Michelle Monaghan, Bobby Cannavale, Giancarlo Esposito.
Yeah, right, yes.
I mean, they're excellent
Yeah.
in their roles.
Yeah.
And there's a few other ones. Some of her, a couple of prostitute buddies, or in the sex game or whatever, or in these peep shows. But unfortunately, one of the victims.
And you had pointed out to me, and I'd known him before, but I always like it when you emphasize somebody, this Giancarlo Esposito.
Yes.
And he plays her agent, is it?
Yeah, her agent, and I think maybe he was an attorney too, but anyhow, yeah. And he comes to her defense.
I know.
He, we won't give it away, but a funny scene in the junkyard where poor Kevin Bacon meets his being crushed.
What a great scene.
Yes.
And West
he's
just
saying,
draws it out.
no. And of course, West is not shy of using buckets of blood in his and some gore. And the one that was the most disturbing is when somebody tries to rob MaXXXine, and she turns the table on, makes him strip down naked, lay it face down on the pavement, and then with her big clunky heels kind of ruins the guy's manhood, let's say.
Is it Bacon that she beats up on through the window of the car?
Yeah,
with her keys?
With the keys, yeah. Uses her keys almost like brass knuckles, and she just wails away.
Prepares for Wolverine.
Yes, that's what it reminded me of, and just wails the crap out of poor Kevin Bacon. But yeah, he does a great job in this. But and I know that we'll probably talk more about it right now.
Yeah, we still have a few more minutes before we have to break for this, and I wanted to talk in that feminist way.
Yes.
I was really impressed with the director.
Yes.
And her name is Elizabeth Debicki. Debicki, the actress,
yes,
is Elizabeth. She plays the director, Elizabeth Bender.
Yes.
Now there's an imposing woman.
Oh, tall. Who she kind of reminded me of is Bridget. I can't remember her last name. She wound up marrying Sylvester Stallone.
Nielsen or something.
Yes, after she made a Rocky IV, the one with the fights in Russia.
Right.
Tall, stately, kind of padded shoulder pantsuits on, and the hair kind of cool. And I think how her hair was done reminded me of one of the many visual homage to Hitchcock.
Oh, yes.
That her hair was kind of done up like Tippi Hedren's in
I want to ask you about that in our podcast.
Yes.
To see and she also reminded me, this is, again, we're talking about the actress.
Yes.
Playing the director here.
Yes.
The hard-nosed director.
Yeah.
She also reminded me of Charlize Theron in a way that Charlize could easily, because of the tallness.
Yes, and almost kind of the attractive Scandinavian Amazonian looks.
The kind of dismissive role.
Yes.
Everybody get out of her way.
But I wound up liking her. There are certain people that went against, the character wasn't typecast as far as what you would expect how they would be or act.
Let's talk about Hitch after the break. Now, people have to go to WCBE.org, the podcast experience.
Uh-huh.
They have to go to Back Talk. That's the spin-off of It's Movie Time. I wanted to just end by perhaps saying a little bit about, you mentioned it, and I wanted to mention how impressed I am with Bobby Cannavale and,
Yes.
and his, what's her name?
Michelle
Monaghan.
Yes.
Two of them as, it could have been stereotypical, the cop buddies.
Yeah, but they were very good.
Yeah, they were very
good. And he thinking like, oh, do you think I could make it as a movie star, or whatever? So the banter between them. And anyhow, we won't give it away.
All right,
yeah.
more to go, but the film is MaXXXine. That's
Yes.
3 X's.
Yes.
To give you an idea.
And I'm gonna give it 3 thumbs up.
It's movie time with John DeSando and his friends online. So everything is gonna be just fine. From the top down to the bottom. He's gonna let you know if you should stay home or if you should go. Might even yell if